Without further ado, I'm going to introduce Lynda Kelly.
Hello everybody, and thank you for having me. I thought, since I'm going to be standing here talking to you and telling you to think mobile first, that I better actually do it myself. So I've taken a huge risk here, and my presentation is just on Evernote on my mobile device, and I'm just going to show a few things. And also I've got 10 minutes, so I figured if I can speak in 5 tweets, that's about a tweet every 2 minutes, I should be done, I reckon. So, okay, first thing. Some of you would have heard me talk about this before, but what museums really need to think about is this idea of the 3 spheres of operation that we now operate in, which is our physical sites. And we heard a lot yesterday about buildings and building as a place and as another way that we can engage with people. So we have our physical buildings, we have the online world, which is of course our websites and our social media and all other places that we might populate on the web. And we also increasingly have mobile. So museums are mobile, and that's a big space that we are in. The second point that I wanted to make, or the second tweet, was that I think that the way that the physical and the online and to some degree the mobile world work is that digital is the way to breach those spaces. So for visitors and for the work that we do at the museum, we're thinking about digital as how we can actually engage our visitors before, during and after a visit. So it's all seamless and connected. Third tweet, mobile is changing the nature of our audience's relationships with museums, and Len was showing a few projects that, and I think with the civic engagement idea, is that mobile is a great way to mobilise people. Fourth tweet, in everything you do, think mobile first. Now, I was at a conference a few years ago, and Ralph Applebaum, that famous museum architect person, was talking about visitors coming to the museum with more technology in their pockets than is available in the entire museum. And I think that was said in 2008, and I think now that's even more relevant because people can come with what they've got, and we should be actually using that. In everything you do, think mobile first. People at work are so tired of me, and I think our 3D designer's ready to beat me up, because every meeting I go to, every project, team planning, every session, everything, it's like, okay, well, how are we thinking about mobile here? What's it going to look like? What's the mobile aspect of this physicality that might be an exhibition or a program? And I think that's a really challenging notion for lots of people that are used to working in what I call the tsunami of the museum world, which is the exhibition model, which is all consuming and doesn't really think about other ways of actually engaging audiences. Okay, so what are we doing? I really think that we need to design experiences, and all of our mobile and web experiences and digital experiences, for sustainability. No longer can we afford to be in that Apple store or the Android store. They just absolutely screw you over, I have to say. And I'm really trying now to actually think about how we can actually get out of that model. We redeveloped our website this year. It's a totally responsive... Oh, is it gone again? Okay, it's this little dongle thing. We totally redesigned our website this year, and we were about halfway through our website's quite big. It's around 30,000 pages, 10 million visits a year. More people visit our front page than walk through our front door. So we totally redesigned our website this year, and we decided halfway through the project, our web designer said, oh, there's this thing called responsive web design we need to think about. So we had to ditch the project and go, okay, we're going responsive. I'm a really strong believer in sustainability and actually getting people to do the work themselves. So we redesigned our website, responsive web design, open CMS, anybody can change anything, anybody can comment on anything on a website. So that's the kind of ethos that I'm working with at the museum. And what we did this year was we designed products for, oh, okay, sorry to be annoying. So we must design everything we do for sustainability. So we must make it easy for our staff to be able to manage content, upload content, and be mobile. So the first thing that we did... All right, we're working with a company called Tapit. We're using NFC and RFID technology. That sounds very good. I don't really know what it is. But, well, anyway, there's a picture there somewhere. Sorry. Anyway, what we're doing is that we're putting these points around the museum where we can just have content. We've got a custom-built CMS, which is very easy to use. And what staff that are on the floor can decide is, okay, well, if they've come across something cool or a new idea for a tour or something around the museum, they can actually just put in the stuff themselves. Visitors can tap or download a QR code and actually get extra content. So we're calling it exclusive content. And we've done a lot of user testing with this, and people have been telling us that what they want, how they want to use their mobile devices in the museum is to actually take that content home with them. They don't really necessarily want to engage mobile while they're in front of an object, for example, but they want to be able to take it home. The next thing we did, and as I said, I'll tweet these pictures so that you can see them, is we developed a system two systems, one for putting all label content from an exhibition or whatever onto your device. So all you'd need to do is just download that, and you can also listen to it via an audio tool. And when we got the funding to do that, what I wanted our team to do was set up the infrastructure that can be used for other things. So this particular product that we developed, I actually then reused it, and I had a bit of a discussion with Nancy about this. We had a conference, an ICOM conference last week at the museum, and I decided that we were going to go paperless, so our program was all online on a mobile website, and we used the same infrastructure that we used to develop this label program to do that as well. So even though the product looks different, it's actually based on the same thing. Yeah, so sorry, the first reusable product was for our Deep Oceans exhibition, and what we did there was we built an infrastructure, and we actually reused a lot of the content we had already on the blog, so people could actually go behind the scenes, and I'll come back to that. So this is the reusable one that we can actually download all of the label text from the exhibition. So you can just view the texts. And this was all done as mobile web, no app. We actually advertised it because we did a lot of user testing. How do we advertise this thing? So it was no downloads, no Apple Store, straight to your phone on mobile web. So visitors were quite interested with that idea. And this is the second bit of infrastructure that we built, which is a treasure trail kind of infrastructure. Again, no downloads, no Apple Store, no Android Store, just straight to your phone. And it's a little trail called Pack and Plunder, where you go through our latest exhibition, Alexander the Great, and you actually collect things. And now I've been talking to our front of house people about, okay, let's take that same idea, similar to the badge idea that Rob was talking about, and actually use that as a wayfinding tool for the museum, all built in the one system and all be able to be used by staff themselves. Okay, so the 3 tweets from my last point were, no I can't, because so setting up systems for staff, reusable content, like repurposing content we already have, and being able to reuse infrastructure that we build. Oh, that was my 5 tweets, and now I did allow myself a 6th tweet, and to indulge myself, which was, I can't see, I've got different glasses, so now I can't read it. Oh, okay. Always ask the question, what does success look like? And then measure it. We've been doing this a lot at the museum. Every single page on our website, what does success look like for this page? Can we do A/B testing? What call to action are we asking on this page? And it's actually, all of our stats are showing that these things are working. So that's my 5 or 6 tweets. Sorry that the mobile tech didn't work, but took a risk, but that's the way it goes. Thanks.
Sail forward.
Yeah.